Test, 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 testing, 1, 2, 3.
Test one, test one, test one. It doesn't usually. Like, I have to really hit on it for it to do that. It doesn't normally do that. Not that one. You said that.
Second period underway here from the Toyota Sportsplex. Paul Garrity back with you. A couple of Wilkes goals in that first period, and the penalty killing team from the Colonels. An outstanding first period for Earl Utter's squad, trying to rebound from that 5-4 loss yesterday. Wilkes in the white jerseys attacking the goal to your left, and that shot by Valerie Koenig is saved and controlled by Bacon. Four saves in the first period for Michelle Winden Bacon. Allie Jolly, this has got to be a misprint, but maybe not. 17 saves in the first period for Allie Jolly. She had a phenomenal first period. A lot of those saves were not easy ones either. A lot of action in that first period, a lot of penalties. Both teams multiple power plays, but really it was Neumann that had the 4 or 5 power plays in that first period. Wilkes was able to kill off every one. That loose in front, deflected, and Jolly had to make an awkward stab at that with the pad and was able to keep it out. Patterson. As the teams fight for control here at center ice, and played back over to Valerie Koenig. First period goals by Julie Patterson and Rachel Morey for Wilkes. And Bacon controls that wrist shot from behind the blue line with 18:07 to go in period number 2. Wilkes was called for 3 penalties in the first period. Wilkes was called for 4 penalties, and Neumann just 1. But Wilkes for penalty Hill was 4 for 4 in that first period. 8 total minutes they were out there. As it's played back, Talkin chases it down for the Knights. Back across the way, Henhawk flips it up ahead and sent back from whence it came by Namella for Wilkes, and now an icing call. We'll bring it back down the other way. Second game of the season for both teams. Neumann trying to come out of here with a weekend sweep on the road. Quinn Rodefeld wins the faceoff for Wilkes. Neumann won 14 of the 21 faceoffs in the first period. The one-timer shot again, saved by Jolly, and a blast from Henhawk from out just inside the blue line. Roland a wraparound attempt, and it goes well wide, and dug out by Lacombe for Wilkes. And Neumann really applying the pressure here in the first 3+ minutes of period number 2, but they still trail by 2. As it comes out to center ice, played there by Sid Squires, who dumps it down in. And Namella plays for Wilkes. Now a 3-on-2 opportunity for the Colonels. This is Lacombe. And that one, I think, over the boards. I lost track of it. Whistle comes with 16:25 to play period number 2. Puck was actually gloved there by Bacon, and she just held on to it. Barkless, far side, where 1 against 2 players by the Colonels. Morey avoids the tripping call. Now they're going to call it. Rachel Morey stuck her stick in there, and she's going to be whistled for a tripping foul here. And penalty number 5 against Wilkes. So we'll see if Neumann can do any better here on this power play. Squires back on for Coach Gina McLaughlin. Squires wins the faceoff as Brown surveys the scene. Flipped up in front of the net for Roland, but Jolly able to cover it with 15:55 to go in the second. Here's Brown with some space to work, saved again by Jolly. Rebound loose in front. Squires trying to dig it in, and Jolly finally covers it up. Neumann is definitely winning the battle of which bench is loudest. There's no doubt about that. Squires across the way for Brown. Wraps it around. Played there by Wonder. Wonder, centering pass, looking for Roland. Couldn't get it through. And tracked down by Lacombe for Wilkes, but she can't clear it. Deflects off the officials. Squires across for Brown. And again, wrapped around. Miller gets a stick on it, but can't do much with it. And the Knights keep it in the offensive end. Still a minute to go on this Neumann power play. Brown, nice pass, threaded through. The one-timer missed. A swing and a miss from Wonder. And finally, the Colonel is able to clear it. With 14:56 to play. period number 2. 2-0 Colonels with the lead. Brown with a head of steam. Backhand pass deflected away by Pad of Jolly. Kept in the offensive end by Ladwig. Up top, here is Frederick trying to thread a shot through, and again Jolly had to make the save with a flick of the right pad as it's wrapped around with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Allie Jolly under siege in the first period and a half, but has been perfect so far. Cleared by the Colonels as Barkless skates back on for Earl Utter and Wilkes. And we're back to even strength. Gianna Manzi is in the game now for the Colonels, number 10 in the white jersey. Here's Frederick, shot blocked. Blocked by Davis. And a delayed penalty call coming up against the Colonels. So it'll be power play number 6 for Neumann. Maury against Rowland, and it's won by Wilkes. Wonder scrambles back to get it. Here is Georgia Wonder with it in the corner. Center pass, and Rowland wasn't looking for it. Fisted down by Rowland and kept in the offensive zone. Wonder, a nice backhand pass, but again, nobody home for the Knights, and it's cleared with 90 seconds to go on this Neumann power play. Tapped away. Here is Castro, the shot, saved by Bacon, and she'll hang on to it. Kendall Castro able to fire a shot, but the defender might have got a piece of her stick, and the shot floated a bit. Frederick. Back to Maury, or check that. Back to Lamplugh. Barkless wins the fight for the puck, and Abigail Barkless putting some good pressure on in the back in the Wilkes offensive end. Burn some more of this penalty off. Dumped down in again by Maury. Not a lot going on for Neumann on this 5-on-4. As Castro, Frederick got an elbow up there and might have caught Barkless in the face mask. As Maury again clears. Frederick back to get it. Chased by Maury. And the pass not handled by Ladwig, and just 10 seconds to go now on this Neumann power play. Miller digs it out, and we're back to even strength as Taylor Cullen gets a high stick and knocks it down, but it's controlled again by the Colonels. Miller to center ice. This is Georgia Wonder with some room to operate, but her pass is deflected away, and a good defensive play there by Sophia Nemella. Patterson, far side, Cullen the shot, saved by Bacon, and she pounces on it well away from the net with 11:19 to go in the second period. Lacombe tried to get a shot off, but it was blocked easily. Same thing for Patterson. Another third try at a shot. Whiffed, and now Neumann on the counterattack. 2-on-3. This is Brown. Gets through two defenders. The shot somehow goes wide. Jolly might have just got a piece of it as players tumbling to the deck in front of the Neumann bench. And we'll see if both players are okay. And we'll have another Wilkes penalty, this time against Abby Davis. Two minutes for roughing for Abby Davis. The Colonels, after that loss yesterday, bringing the physicality to this game, but a little too much. 6 penalty now against the Colonels. There's that 7. I've actually lost track. But each time the penalty killing, and Jolly has kept the puck out of the net. Henhawk a blast, wide left. Here is Henhawk again. Squires against 2 Wilkes defenders. Brown the pass. Neumann player goes down. And we're going to have another penalty coming up against the Colonels. Lacombe called for the trip. So for the second time this afternoon, it's a 5-on-3, an extended 5-on-3 for Neumann. Minute 31 to burn off here for the Colonels. Miller in the corner. Koenig trying to get it out of there, and she finds Miller. Squires circles through. Up top, Henhawk across for Brown. Brown. Back to Henhawk. Back to Brown. Still a minute 6 to go on this 5-on-3. Henhawk, the shot blocked by Miller. It comes back to Henhawk. Back over to Brown. One-timer, deflected, blocked, and it went sailing over the net. Henhawk. Back over to Brown. Patient trip here. The pass. Center shot, score! And well executed there by Neumann. And it's Georgie Rowland that finally gets the Knights to crack the scoreboard. 2-1 Wilkes. Give the assist to Squires and Brown. And the Knights have sliced the deficit in half as Ladwig looks to make it another. Still a 5-on-4 here for Neumann for the next minute. Center in front, Jolly pounces on the loose puck. And we'll have another face-off in the Neumann offensive zone. Castro wins the draw, and the Colonel's able to clear it. 9:14 to go, period number 2. It's been a back-and-forth affair. Neumann has had by far the most chances, but Wilkes has capitalized on two of the 3 goals that have been scored, and now we'll have a penalty coming up against the Knights. called against Alana Lamplu. So 4-on-4 here, a lot of open ice here for the next 35 seconds. Kira Flagera wins the draw. And Bacon covers it up. We'll see if we have no penalty call here, just another face-off. Castro against Maloney, and it's won by Neumann. Here's Flagera. Racing behind the net. Nice pass is put together here. Here is Wonder. Wonder the shot. And Jolly got a piece of it. Might have went wide anyway. Battle won by Wilkes. Castro tried to find Maury, but taken away by Flagera. Flagera flicks a shot in towards Jolly, but again, sent back the other way. Now Wilkes with a 5-on-4 opportunity here for the next minute. As Koenig goes back to get it for the Colonels. And another line change here for Neumann. Patterson backhands a pass. Here's Maury, stopping on a dime. Across the way, nobody home. And Patterson taps it back to Koenig. Valerie, we'll call that a fake of a shot. She sends it in towards the net, deflected wide by Bacon. 7:23 to go, second period. Wilkes, the power play for another 25 minutes. Lacombe taps it back towards the center. The clear is denied by Koenig. And we'll see if Wilkes can do something here in the last 9 seconds of this advantage. Here's Abby Davis. Backhand in and didn't get a lot of it. Loose in front. Rebound, no. Second rebound was blocked off the stick of Lacombe. And it comes back to Sarah U-Haul. Her pass is blocked in front. And Neumann, their turn for an excellent penalty kill with 6:35 to play. Davis. And we'll catch our breath here for a second. As Frederick plays it ahead and dump down in to the Wilkes end. Emma Tauken back on the ice for Neumann. Fresh legs back out there for Gina McLaughlin, the Neumann head coach. Tauken dumps it around the boards, and Castro will play it for Wilkes. Instead, she wraps it around again. Kept in the zone at the blue line by Tauken, and back around the boards we go. Gabby Massa back on the ice. Frederick rips a shot over everything and crashes off the glass behind the net. 5:33 to play, second period. 2-1 Wilkes on goals by Patterson and Maury in the first period. Battle in front, and finally won by Frederick and the Knights. More fresh bodies on the ice here for Coach McLaughlin. Jasmine Martinez is into the game, number 14 in the dark jersey, and now a penalty will be called against Bridget Makish for tripping. Actually, maybe not. Trip might have came after the whistle. So still 5-on-5 with 4:53 to play in the second. Allie Jolly, 17 saves in the first period. Kept Neumann off the board, but finally the Knights broke through just moments ago with the goal from Roland. Amanda Bungie ahead for Wilkes, and she'll dump it down in behind the net. Guzdick. When Rodefeld takes a spill in front of the Wilkes bench, looks like she's okay, and goes rolling all the way down now towards Jolly. 4 minutes left, second period. As the Colonels go on the attack, here is Guzdick. Taps it back for the trailing Rodefeld, but Neumann anticipated that well. A good job by Caitlin Brown. Up ahead now, a one-on-one. Here's Roland. She has one goal already, but instead back to Brown. Brown, that one shot just over the head of Jolly. Rebound, score. Caitlin Brown ties things up at 2. As she flicks home the rebound of her own miss that came crashing off the glass. Jolly looked like she kind of lost track of it. And we're tied up with 3.5 to play in period number 2. Colonels come up with the loose puck off the face-off. But Neumann blasts it back down, and Lacombe with it for Wilkes. Back to Miller. 3:18 to go in the second. A good one here for the second straight day at the Toyota Sportsplex. Paul Garrity bringing you the call today here at the home of the Colonels. Second game of the year for both squads. Castro digs it out against 2 Neumann players. And here's Lacombe in the near corner. Sent back to Castro. Kendall. Trying to find Maury streaking out of the pack, but the Knights back quickly to get it. And here's Fliguera. Fliguera trying to go coast to coast. Shot is chipped up and over the goal. Maintains control. The rebound by Prince is controlled by Jolly. Face-off won by the Colonels. Barkless around the net for Wilkes. Abigail knifing through Neumann players. Wilkes with the advantage, but Davis couldn't quite get that backhand shot off. Players get untangled, and it comes back to Barkless. Pass taken away by Roland and dumped down in behind the offensive net, and played by Wilkes to Barkless. Wilkes trying to rush forward here, but it's tapped down the other way by Koenig. Check that, that's not Koenig, that's Gianna Manzi, number 10 in the white jersey. And now she'll come off the ice. Emma Guzdick back on. Kiera Lacombe also back on for Wilkes. Puck loose in front. Rodefeld doing work down there, but it's covered up by Bacon. Officials separate the teams with 1:25 to play. Period number 2. Shot blistered in by Lacombe. Loose in front, deflected wide, and I think Bacon got on top of it in the sea of bodies down there. Looks like she did. Clock shows 1:14 to go here in the second. Wilkes scored twice in the first period. Neumann has answered with a couple here in the second. Namella has her play denied by Brown. Brown trying to go all the way. Backhand pass, shot by Rowland, saved by Jolly. Rebound loose and played out to the blue line. Shot by Lamplou is blocked. Rebound shot by Rowland again. Deflected wide by Jolly. Allie, Jolly. All kinds of saves here today. 17 in the first period alone. Almost that many here in period number 2. 30 seconds to go in the period. Neumann bench going crazy. 20 seconds to play in the period. Oh, good defensive play there by Massa. Shot just floats over the bar. Near disaster that time for the Colonels. 5 seconds left. Castro 1-on-2. The shot blocked wide by Bacon. We've played 2 periods at the Toyota Sportsplex. We're tied at 2. 33 saves for Allie Jolly through 2 periods. 15 saves for Michelle Winden-Bacon. But we're even at 2 as we start the 3rd period here at the Toyota Sportsplex. Paul Garrity, glad to be with you here on Saturday afternoon. Wilkes looking to rally back from their 5-4 loss yesterday to the same Neumann team on this very same ice. Wilkes goals today by Julie Patterson and Rachel Morey in the 1st period. And for the Knights, Caitlin Brown and Georgie Rowland have lit the lamp. Sid Squires with 2 assists today for the Knights as Bacon covers it up. Story of the day, though, have been penalties. Wilkes has been whistled for 8 penalties in the first 2 periods. Neumann is 1 for 8 on power plays. Wilkes 1 for 2, as Neumann has been called for 2 penalties in the game. Wilkes in the white jerseys, Neumann in the dark blues. And the Colonels attacking the goal to your right on your television screen. Here comes Gabby Massa. 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot saved by Jolly again. Tap back, shot, Brown or Massa again. Knocked down and kept in. $18 minutes to play. Here's Massa. As Makic stays in front. Shot flicked in by Tauken. Deflected away by Jolly. And Allie stays busy. If she thought she was going to have any less work here in the 3rd period, she's sadly mistaken apparently. But we're still tied at 2. Player down for Neumann behind the net. That's Tauken. And they're going to keep the play alive as the Knights have it. Rebound shot saved again by Jolly. There's some kind of music playing on the PA system, which I've never heard before at a hockey game during the game. Here's Castro with it. She's got Rodefeld to her left, but the Neumann defense cuts off the angle. With 16:35 to play, 3rd period, tied at 2 here at the Toyota Sportsplex. Frederick has her pass intercepted by Abigail Barkless. And now it's Castro at center ice for Wilkes. Has a wing on each side. Looking for Patterson. Pass a little bit out of the reach. And Julie floats it in off the side of the net. Rebound, backhand whiffed and covered up by Bacon with 16:05 to go in the 3rd. Morey and Maloney on the draw, and it's won by Neumann. Castro loses control, and it's taken by the Knights. Here's Ladwig, gets slammed into the boards, but maintains it and gets it out to Kaylee Voss. Lacombe slides it ahead and dumped down into the Neumann end now. Wonder has it taken away. Pocket picked by Abby Davis. Sends one in, bouncing towards the net. And Neumann has it. Davis didn't see it, now gets it. Rolls one in and is covered up by Bacon with 15:14 to play. This is one of the first times in this game we've gone 5 minutes without a penalty being called against either team. 15:10 to go. This is Cullen on the attack for Neumann. Taylor Cullen, the senior out of Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Taken back by Wilkes as they joust for it at the center line, and it's won by Abby Davis. Davis bangs it along the boards as Wilkes comes with a couple of fresh bodies onto the ice. Amanda Bungie back on for Earl Utter and the Colonels. 14:38 to play in the third. Barkless trying to dig it out. Does so. Good job there by Abigail Barkless. She's got Rodefeld on her right. Finds Quinn. The shot saved by Bacon and covered up with 14:24 to play. $14:10 to go. Yell down to him. Tell him. I don't want that. 14 minutes to play. Alive in front, Patterson. Frederick digs it out, and Roland with it now. Patterson, nice move to get around the defender. Here's Julia Patterson. Pass in front. And the Colonels couldn't get the stick on it. Roland with it now at center ice. Right into the chest of Abby Davis. And Patterson dumps it down in as Earl Utter will come with a line change. U-Haul chases it down for Wilkes in the offensive end. Test 1-2, test 1-2. 12:28 to play here in the third. Davis wrapping around for the Colonels. And down. Here's Barkless. Pass off the stick of Davis. As Emma Guzdik comes back on the line for the Colonels. Rodefeld also back in there for Earl Utter and Wilkes. Koenig back on. Lacombe, so entire fresh unit on there now for the Colonels. As we're tied at 2 here with 11.5 to play. Guzdik taps it ahead. Bungie on the attack. Chases down the loose puck. Koenig flares it in. It got through everybody, but Bacon made the save. Not sure how that puck traveled through all those bodies in front of the net. Flagera. Nice pass to herself off the boards, but finally controlled by the Colonels. Guzdik gives chase, and now the Knights have it. Wilkes players down in the defensive zone. Opportunity here for Neumann. Backhand pass, shot by Massa is saved again by Jolly, and that was a difficult save. Jolly had to go down and get that one. We're still tied with 10:46 to play. Frederick just inside the blue line. Looking for an angle. Takes the shot. It's deflected high and over the boards with 10:38 to go. Face off won by Wilkes. Through 2 periods, the Knights won 25 of the 45 face-offs that were contested. Dug out by Cullen over there on the far side for Neumann. Across for Roland. Back up to the blue line. Shot taken from distance from Emma Talkin, but it was knocked down by Castro well in front of the net. Rifled across the ice. Barkless gets out of the way of the Neumann player, and up over the top she goes. And Abigail Barkless, head over heels. Hit hard there by Sydney Ladwig. And we'll have a call there against Ladwig. Good sportsmanship there. She checks out to make sure Barkless is okay. Two-minute power play here for Wilkes as we're tied at 2. 9:40 to go in a closely contested game all afternoon. Paul Garrity here with you, enjoying this one from the Toyota Sportsplex. Castro navigating down the far side, looking for an angle, stops on a dime. Has Patterson in front of the net, but too many defenders there. And she'll wheel around and find Rodefeld. Back up top, Koenig. Across. Here is Miller. Decides not to take it. Instead, dumps it back. Koenig. Morey tried for the deflection, but deflected it wide. Here's Koenig just inside the blue line. Over to Miller. Still over a minute to go on the power play. Shot off the pads of Bacon. Loose. And a whistle. And we'll have a tripping call coming up against Wilkes. No, against Neumann. So a huge opportunity here for Wilkes. For the next 61 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3. Penalties, a 2-minute tripping call against Alana Lamplou as Bacon controls the puck. Wilkes has been severely outshot for this entire game, but Allie Jolly's been sensational in net. He's kept the game tied at 2. Castro for Koenig. Koenig, the blister one-timer, loose in front, covered by Bacon. Colonels win the face-off. They'll keep it in the offensive end. 5-on-3 here for the next 40 seconds. Tied at 2. Koenig takes the shot well wide. And the rebound off the glass deflects to Castro. Here's Miller. Behind the net. Back to Miller. Abbey takes the shot. Score! And Wilkes leads 3-2. Abbey Miller. And the Colonels convert on the 5-on-3 with 8:11 to go. So it'll still be a 5-on-4 here for Wilkes for the next 1:18 as they lead by 1. Power play has been the difference today. Neumann 1 for 8. And now Wilkes has scored 2 of their 3 goals on the power play in just a couple of chances. Chased down by Niemela. Chased by Roland. 7:30 to play. Colonels nursing a 1-goal lead. Neumann has never led in the game. The Colonels scored the first 2 before Neumann rallied to tie it with 2 second period goals. Still 25 seconds left in this Colonel power play. Squires bangs it back into the Wilkes area and then comes off the ice. This is Frederick, has it taken away. Abby Davis 1-on-4 as Wilkes comes with the line change. Miller back in along with Koenig and Patterson. We're back to even strength now with 6:43 to play. Final period. Castro battling back there with the Neumann player, that's Kaylee Voss. Frederick skates behind the net. Koenig comes over to contest. Now Cullen with an opportunity. She's got a teammate on her left. Saved by Jolly again. And the 1-goal lead remains for Wilkes. Now Wilkes on the counter. Shot taken near post by Morey. And it just crashed off the side of the net. Under 6 minutes to play now. Wilkes looking for victory number 1 on the season. Cullen ahead for Brown. 1-on-2. Tries to go through her own legs, I think, with a little move and came up empty. Castro not expecting the pass. Roland takes it. Goes down, no call. And now Wilkes back with it. Castro. Frantic action here in the last 20 seconds. Ladwig has it deflected away from her by Koenig. And down into the corner. Sticks clacking as we tick down towards 5 minutes to play. Shot blocked in front. Might have went off the Neumann player who was crashing in towards the net. And now it's flicked in and covered up by Bacon. They keep it live. And a pass ahead to Squires. Here's said Squires. Barkless racing back defensively and pokes it away. Good quickness that time by Abigail Barkless to prevent the shot. We are under 5 minutes to play, third period. It's 3-2 Colonels. Manzi. And with it in front of the Neumann bench. Pass intercepted by Rowland. Goes off the official's leg, and Manzi dumps it back down into the offensive end for Wilkes. More line change for Earl Utter as Koenig comes back in along with Miller. They're on the ice along with Maury. U-Haul, now U-Haul come to the Wilkes bench. Patterson back in along with Castro. 4 minutes left. Colonels still lead by a goal. Colonels with it now. It'll be a delayed penalty call against the Knights as Castro maintains control, and now the whistle will blow with 3:42 to play, and it'll be a Wilkes power play coming up. Knights win the draw. And we'll have another face-off coming up. Cleared by the Knights, but for Neumann, they have to think about a little more than just killing this penalty. If they kill the penalty, then they only are going to have about a minute and a half to maybe tie the game. So Wilkes might be almost as happy here just to let this time come off the clock as Lamplugh whiffs on the clear attempt. Miller up ahead for Maury. Wilkes looking for the backbreaker here with under 3 minutes to play. Patterson, the shot, saved by Bacon. Patterson tried to go 5-hole, and Bacon up to the task. Face off won by Neumann. And here is Bridget Makish. One-on-one with Jolly. Back the shot. Saved by Jolly again. Allie Jolly. What a day for the goalkeeper for Wilkes. And that could be the biggest play of the afternoon. Jolly 33 saves through the first two periods. Up close to 50 now. As we'll have another face-off in the Wilkes end. 48 seconds to go on the Wilkes power play. 2:27 to go in the game. Here's the Colonels stringing some passes together. Lacombe dumps it down in. U-Haul gives chase but can't catch up with it. Flagera. Played by Barkless. Check that's U-Haul near side. Across. Lacombe shot blocked. And Koenig gets up from the deck. As we're down under 2 minutes to play. We'll be back to even strength in a moment. And on comes the fifth Knight player. So the whistle comes with 1:38 to play. Neumann needs a goal to tie it. Back to 5-on-5 here. Koenig rifles one, but it's blocked again. Neumann defense has been good here in the third quarter with the exception of the one goal. Here's Brown trying to tie it up. The pass, the shot. No, goes wide. And Neumann, big opportunity there at the tie. As we're down to 1:15 to play. Morey. Taken away by Brown. Brown again, weaving her way through defenders. The pass goes astray. Back up for Henhawk. 55 seconds for Neumann to tie the game. Kicked away by Koenig. And sent back by the Colonels. Icing call comes with 45 ticks remaining. Now we have a timeout called by Wilkes with 45 seconds left. They lead by 1. a miracle here in the last seconds. It's not going to happen. Wilkes gets the victory. 3-2 over Neumann. They rally to avenge the loss from yesterday here at home. And these teams split the weekend doubleheader. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Paul Garrity. Stay with us all winter long for Wilkes sports action here on wilkes.edu.